Hi everyone, welcome to another lockdown update. Hey, did you know that VEDA is happening? It's August. So yeah, vlog every day in August is a thing that might be happening, and Vlogust is also a thing that might be happening. I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to jump on and make videos every day and upload and do prompts and hang out and chill, but I haven't been able to find anyone who is doing VEDA this year. So if you're out there and you are running a VEDA calendar with prompts and things, please let me know, comment down below, so that way I can head over to the calendar and do your prompts and join in with you, because it's so much fun when you do it with other people, and it's died off, which is so sad. Like, it was like, that's what got me started making YouTube videos, and I miss the community. I miss hanging out with other people and watching other people's videos every day and seeing what they come up with in terms of the prompts that are being given each day. If you're out there and you're doing it, please let me know, because I'd love to join in and participate. We got some news. We've got an update. Lockdown has been extended. We had some protests earlier on last week, and I'm not saying anything about the protests. I can't make any judgments about the people who went into the city and protested, because I don't know what their circumstances are. I don't know who they are as people, and what has led them to believe that they feel the need to go out en masse during a pandemic to protest the restrictions that we're under in order to help decrease the spread of COVID. There are certainly ways you can protest without having to gather in a group of people in front of buildings. There are ways you can express your opinions which do not involve increasing the risk of transmission of a virus that is very infectious and can not only make someone sick in the short term, but also have long-term ramifications. Write a letter, or post on social media, maybe make a phone call, make a video call, make a YouTube video. Do anything other than collecting in a large group of people. The protests happen, and I'm not saying that there's a link between the protest and case numbers increasing, but case numbers increase after that. Yesterday I think was 241 cases. In the last 24 hours, 105 cases have been from a known source and 102 have been from an unknown source, and the total cases are 209. As a result, the lockdown got extended for another month, so we are all in lockdown until the 28th of August. That news came out at around Tuesday, I think, last week. And then I was supposed to go back to work on the Wednesday, and unfortunately I didn't get any bookings. I wonder why. Maybe something in the news scared people off. So I didn't end up going and working for the other company that I work with, but I still had my own business to run, and I was still able to see patients through that. So I still did get to do a little bit of work. This week, apparently I do have people booked in for one-on-one Pilates sessions and a few patients to assess and treat. Hopefully that doesn't change. Hopefully nothing happens between today, Monday, and then Wednesday. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. On the weekend we had a beautiful Zoom lunch with my family. Most of them are living in like the same sort of area, so I think they're still able to travel and see each other. But I live all the way out here in the Sutherland Shire, and I'm not able to travel up there to the Blue Mountains to visit them. And so I was like, hey, why don't we have like a little lunch, get together, Zoom catch up thing? And we did. And it was just really nice to see everyone on the cameras. Like, I know it's not the same as being there in person, but it's the next best thing. And I was very happy to be able to chat with everyone and see everyone have a bit of a chuckle and just catch up with what everyone was doing and make sure that everyone was okay. And then that night, me and my bunch of friends got online and we played Jackbox. We were going to try and play Among Us, but we didn't end up getting enough people in to be able to play. But we played Jackbox instead, and oh my gosh, I haven't laughed that hard in such a long time. It was a very funny an eventful evening with very many inappropriate jokes made, but it was still such a great time. Yesterday, right at the start of our day, I stepped on a bee taking the rubbish out, and I got the stinger in my toe, my second toe on my left foot, and it hurt quite a lot when I immediately stepped on it. At first I was like, oh, I stepped on a sharp rock. Then the pain didn't go away, and I was like, okay, I better have a look and see what I stepped on. And I looked and I was like, ah, shit, I just killed a bee. And I felt extremely sad about it because, you know, we have a bee issue. We need bees to pollinate things so we can eat food, and we don't have enough bees because they're all dying of viruses. And there was a bee that I stepped on in my toe. Pulled the bee off, pulled the stinger out, and sort of hobbled back upstairs, washed it pretty much straight away with a bit of like lukewarm water, sprayed it with Stingos, and like honestly, it was fine. I was walking 2 hours after that without a limp or anything like that. It was still a little bit like tender, and when I woke up this morning it was sore like that too, but now I can squish it and like it just feels like I'm squishing my toe, like it's not sore at all. And that brings us to the last thing I want to talk about in this video, in this update. I have been using several apps to keep myself motivated during the past week, so that way I can better look after my body and my mind during lockdown, because I have been slack and I haven't really been looking after myself in that way. I do use the paid versions of these apps. There are free versions, but I'm not exactly sure what they're like. But I do have a very simple and free solution for you if you need it. The first one is an app called Fabulous, and I used this way back in the first lockdown, and it helps with building up a schedule or a routine. So there's a morning routine, an afternoon routine, and a night routine, and it's been very helpful. There's also daily coaching, which I don't really listen to. I'm not really in it for that. It was more to help set up. I use it more to bring about consistency throughout my day. So I cracked this app open, and at the moment I'm in the middle of a challenge to meditate for 14 days straight. I've done the first 7, now I just have to do the second 7, and I'm really enjoying doing these meditations. They're not too long, usually around 2 to 3 minutes, but yeah, very enjoyable and very easy to do. This app has a lot of meditations that you can do if you like, but I use the Fitbit app, which I'll go through in a second with you to do the meditations. So this is what it looks like. So this is what my morning routine looks like. And then my afternoon routine, not much there, just celebrate, that's the afternoon. And then the evening routine there. The next app that I've been using is the Fitbit Premium app. I have my Fitbit, my little Versa 2 on my wrist, and it helps me out. I love to track all the things. Pretty much I've just been putting in all of the data, pretty much all the data that you can put in to the Fitbit app. I've been putting it in. At the top I like to see, you know, have I reached my step goal for today? Not necessarily, but I have walked 8 kilometers, so that's good. At the moment I'm going through a Tone and Lift Your Butt exercise program, and that's helping me out there. It's giving me a stress management score, which is awesome, and I can also track my feelings. Am I calm or am I stressed? I'm very calm at the moment, so I've put that in there. My hours of activity, making sure I get 250 steps each hour. I've got none of 13 hours, so that's a pretty good active day today. It just helps make it all objective. And you can actually see the numbers there in front of you. The health metrics, I love using these. I love to track what's going on with my body over time. It's a better sort of indication of health as opposed to tracking your weight. And I love the amount of data that the Fitbit collects, and being a healthcare professional, it's very helpful for me to have a look at. This is my exercise. As you can see, I've gone on a few walks today and I've done an hour's worth of yoga. Sleep as well, so I can see how much sleep I'm getting. And then I like this menstrual health one as well. It allows me to track a whole bunch of information, which is very helpful, especially as you get older and your body continues to change. It doesn't necessarily do what you think it should do, but yeah, you've got all the information there. The symptoms are really cool and interesting. I do try and track them every day, not necessarily when I have my period, but just, you know, how I'm feeling. It's got this mood tracker, which I really like, which I wish was just in the app, and people could track it not just have the menstrual track. But yeah, it's got the other stuff there as well, which I do use and log. But I love that feature. That's a really great feature. I've got the water tracker there, and I've been trying to reach my 1000 ml water intake, and I've done it twice, which is great. And then the kilojoules, because this is what I was very concerned about. You can see there's some recipes there. Haven't tried any yet, but I am looking forward to trying some. I love that it breaks it down into your macronutrients as well. Seeing that data is really cool. And this is what I've had so far for breakfast, lunch, and afternoon tea today. So there you go. A little bit of insight into what I eat. And that'll help me with data for the what I eat in a day during lockdown video that I want to make coming up. But yeah, that's something we'll talk about a different day. So the mindfulness, so they've also got meditations, guided meditations that they can take you through, and I usually use these for my meditations. I think they're very nice. And then finally my weight. I don't really track it all that often, as you can see there, but I do try and track it. Oh, I got a notification. So yeah, there's that. And then if you go down here, there's the Discover section. Unfortunately, all of this is kind of behind a paywall, and you do have to pay for it. You've got the challenges and adventures, and then you've got your workouts here, which is awesome. Different durations and things like that, which is great. You've got your mindfulness, meditations there, nutrition, which is really cool, and I want to get into that and want to have a look at what they've got to offer in that respect. And then the guided programs, I'm doing that butt lifting one at the moment to try and tone up my legs and my butt, because I've been sitting on the couch too much during lockdown. But yeah, but then if you go into it, there's even more. So there's heaps of meditations for sleep, for stress, for positivity, for mindfulness eating, and all those sorts of things. They've got stories on here if you have trouble sleeping. I put the Velveteen Rabbit on the other night and I fell asleep, so I have no idea what happens in the end. But yeah, very helpful and useful. So absolutely really enjoying the Fitbit app. And finally, before my camera dies again for the 4th time, this is the free version, which I also do. So I'll show you this page because it's got both things on it. So at the top there is a self-care checklist. Really easy. You just put Monday through Friday. If you want to track the weekend, put Saturday and Sunday in there as well, but I tend to just let my weekends do whatever they want to do, and then all the tasks there, and you just colour it in each day. And underneath that, I've just got my week planned out. It's not that big, you know, half a page. It used to go for a full page, but it doesn't do that anymore. It's half a page. And that just helps you keep track of the really important things that you need to do during the week. So I like to write my purpose for the week, and my purpose for this week is it's okay to not have a plan or a purpose. So that is my purpose for this week. And then I write my 3 most important things on there, or 3 most important tasks. And then underneath that I do a to-do list related to each of those tasks, what I need to achieve in order to make sure those tasks are done. So that is the free way of tracking yourself and getting yourself motivated, as opposed to, you know, the paid applications. In terms of the self-care checklist, I've got meditate on there, yoga/exercise, fruit/veg, water, read, clean, create, go outside, and bedtime. Bedtime I haven't coloured in a single circle. So that's my goal for this week, is to get at least one of those circles coloured in. But that's it, that's everything I wanted to talk about, and I'm so glad that my camera didn't die in this 4th attempt at trying to record that little section there. But I do hope that some of this has helped you. It wasn't that expensive either, but you know, everyone is got their own circumstances and their own money things to deal with, so what I think is inexpensive might be expensive for you, and that's fine, that's okay. Once again, I hope you're doing okay during lockdown. If you do need someone to talk to, or someone just to sit there and listen to you, or whatever it is, I am available. Just send me a message through Instagram. My Instagram thing is @LouTubeVlogs, and it's down below in the description, or you can send me an email, louise@levelup.physio, and I'd be more than happy to be there for you for whatever it is you need. And that's it. We're all in this together, everyone, and I hope you have a great week, as good as it can be. I hope it's the best. And I'll see you next week, or tomorrow, or whatever. Who knows what's going on with VEDA? Hopefully someone contacts me, because I can't find anything. Alright, See you later, everyone. Peace out.